What is up, Facebook Nation? Brendan here at Emerge. Today I'm going to do a follow-up to the video I did on Monday, which was some corrective stretches. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that video sometime today. But I did some stretches for your neck. I did stretches for the chest, showed some hip flexors and quad stretches, and also for the hamstrings. Today I'm going to do a video, or this feed is for corrective exercises, and these are mostly to help improve posture. So the first one I'm going to do, the first two I'm going to do is to help build, strengthen your thoracic spine and the shoulder blades, a little bit of the hips, and then after that we're going to do some things against the wall to help kind of build your body back into that alignment to help improve your posture. These will complement the stretches that I taught you on Monday. So we got Matt P on the video here.
What up, y'all?
And we got some live videos going in the background with Taylor group for Emerge everyone. So guys, we're over here. We're going to get right to it. This is called a horse stance. Horse like riding a horse. This is a horse stance. I'm going to show two variations of this. So when we do hands and knees, key points here. I want your knees directly under your hips. I want your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep the shoulders back. The main thing to do here is to bend the elbows and turn them towards the knees. And it's going to drop your chest down a little bit, lining your shoulders up with your hips. The reason you want to do this is because if you stand in a forward posture, your shoulders are forward, you're used to having your arms internally rotated. So that's where your body's position of strength is, but we need to get it stronger when you can actually set your shoulder blades back. This is your pressing position. So again, hands and knees. Elbows are bent and turned in, keeping the pressure equal between your hands and your knees. Now from here, you're going to try to lift the opposite arm and the opposite knee off the ground, maintaining this position here. So I'm going to do my left hand and my right knee. And when I lift my right knee, I don't want to lift it up to height my hip. I'm just going to lift it forward so my hip doesn't height. From here, I'm just going to go here. The position does not change. I don't height. What you're going to actually see is, as soon as you do this, if you're weak through here, your arm's going to lock out and you'll internally rotate the arm. So the goal is to maintain this position. So 5-second hold and then down. Also, try to draw your belly button in. That's going to create more stability without rounding your back. So again, we're going to lift the opposite hand and opposite foot about an inch off the ground, or the opposite knee, and back down. And I'll repeat that 5 times per side. I'll do a few more. So you're just going to barely lift it off the ground. Nothing changes positions here. You're going to feel your tricep fire. You're going to feel all the muscles of the shoulders fire. This is called a horse stance vertical. Now, that's not too hard. You'll progress that in what we call a horse stance horizontal. Same position, but you're just going to lift the opposite arm and opposite leg up, thumb up, to activate the glute, to activate the shoulder a little, but maintaining this position of the arm. And then back down. Reset if you have to. Come up, lock out, back down. I'll do one more per side. Again, maintaining this. You're going to start to see the elbow turn in, out. If you can't maintain that stability, hold for 5 seconds, back down, about a 5-second rest. You're going to do that 5 times per side. But again, the key point is to maintain equal pressure between the hips and the arm and keeping that elbow bent and pointed towards your knees. So it looks easy, but very challenging, especially if you have weakness in your shoulder blades and all the muscles, the traps in your thoracic spine. So that's called a horse stance. The first one was in vertical. Second is a horse stance horizontal. Guys, I will post this little corrective program. What we got going?
I gave him a shot of me for a second. You're welcome. You're welcome, folks.
So that is a horse stance vertical or horizontal. The vertical is too challenging. You want to go into the horizontal 5 times per side. It's 5-second hold, 5-second rest. You'll do that 2 or 3 sets. Again, I will post this on the speed. All right, the next one I will go into is called a cobra hold. This is a floor prone cobra. Prone means face down, supine means face up. So this is a prone cobra. Here's how you do this. You're going to lay on the floor, palms down. You're going to rotate the thumbs to the ceiling. This is more of the external rotators of the shoulders. From there, you're going to retract your shoulder blades and then depress them. So you're going to roll your shoulders down. This is where you get that lift. Key points, keep your chin down. Your body's going to want to lift the chin and try to help lift the chest. It will try to increase the curve of your cervical spine to help the thoracic spine. Don't do that. Keep your chin down, look at the ground. Second key point. Your body's going to want to squeeze your butt to push the hip in the ground to let the lower back try to lift you. You don't want to do that, so relax your butt. Try not to squeeze your butt and push your hip in the ground. Just extend your shoulder blades down and back. You're going to hold that. The goal is maybe 20 or 30 seconds. So let's say I hold it 30 seconds. I'm going to hold it 30. I'm going to rest 15, which I'm not going to do that now. Just then I'll go back up and I'll do it again for another 30, and I'll repeat that 4 to 6 times. Again, your key points: keep your chin down, or your thumbs to the ceiling, or you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and then pushing them down towards your butt. Am I relaxing my butt to keep all the legs and everything relaxed to the floor so I'm not using my lower back? Now I'll go down, I'll do it one more time. So you can just relax here, maybe put a towel on your head. We'll lift back up, pinch, and hold. What this is doing is building up the strength and the endurance of all the muscles in your upper back and between your shoulder blades. So that's called a floor prone cobra. The goal is through the whole 4 to 6 sets to hold up to 2 to 3 minutes total. So right now, maybe if you're not used to doing this, hold it 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds, do that 4 to 6 times. But if you can, try to start off 30-second hold, 15-second rest, 4 to 6 times. And as it gets easier, you'll progress that up to 45-second holds. Eventually you do 3 1-minute holds until you can eventually maybe do just hold it for 3 minutes. If you can hold that for 3 minutes, no problem. You don't need to mess with that exercise anymore. So that is called a floor prone cobra. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you into 2 more posture exercises, and I might bring it back down to the floor, show you a good ab exercise that you can work on just to strengthen the coordination between your abdominals and your hips. But I'm going to get up off the floor. That piece is going to follow me to the wall, and we actually need some space here for my arms. Let's see how this works out. Actually, Matt, if you can follow me over here, that would be Alright guys, so what we're going to do here, we're going to do 3 different holds on the wall. This is going to help to build up the endurance and the muscles to help bring your shoulders back. And when you're standing like this all day, if you would try to stand like this, you would realize that it takes a lot of endurance and a lot of strength and muscles to hold it. So we need to train your body to get to that position. So here are your key points. Your heels are against the wall, butt against the wall, shoulders against the wall, head and chin slightly depressed. Even that chin down is going to keep your shoulders down. You should have just enough room in your lower back to where you can barely slide your hand behind your back. So just enough gap. So you don't want to be fully arched off the wall. From here, we're going to do the L first. The L is the position of the arm. So I'm going to have a 90-degree bend in my elbow. I'm going to keep my chin depressed. I'm going to externally rotate the arms as far as I can to the wall. If you can't get to the wall, go as far as you can. If you can get to the wall, you're going to hold that position with a slight pressure against the wall. Now you can see I get my fingertips to the wall. You see my right one I get actually more than my left one. I can't fully flatten out my left hand because I have more tightness up in here. So I'm going to hold that 15 to 20 seconds without extending the spine. So key thing, if you have to keep the abs a little bit braced, keep your back from arching, do that. You'll hold that 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, then you're going to come forward, and we're going to move to the next position, which is called the W. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the elbows up a little bit, so I'm about a 45-degree angle from the shoulder. I'm going to open up my elbows a little bit, so now I have a 45-degree bend in the elbow, and I'm going to externally rotate towards the wall, maintaining the position of my head, my spine. This is called the W. You'll hold that 15 to 20 seconds. And you should feel all the muscles behind your shoulders and all the muscles of the upper back firing to hold this position. So again, this is the W. We're going to, and you can see position my arms to my chest. I'm going to come down. We're going to do the Y. So relax for 10 to 15 seconds. Lock the elbows. Come all the way up against the wall. Don't bend the elbows. Try to keep them straight. Again, as you're coming up, don't arch the chest. So keep your abs braced and keep that same gap between your back and the wall. So this is the Y. So you can see why it's called the Y. You're going to hold this 15 to 20 seconds. Now this one you'll feel mostly in your shoulders and your upper traps. Again, hold this position. And then you're going to come back out and rest. I'm going to show you one more. This is called the I. If you have a hard time getting your arms over your head, this should be very difficult for you. But if you have no problem getting the arms over your head, work on this one. Come straight up, all the way to the wall. This is where your body's really going to arch that chest. If you have the brace, and try to get as closer to the wall or all the way to the wall as you can, keeping the elbows locked. If you're tight in your chest and your legs, you're going to feel the elbows want to bend. So reach for the ceiling and then back. This is the I. So again, we'll go through that real quick. We got the L. I'm not going to hold it 15 to 20. So the L is position the arm. You'll hold that. Raise the elbows up. Open the elbows. The W. You'll come down. Elbows locked. The Y. You'll come down. Keep the elbows locked. And the I.
Is there any time that you would use these dynamically?
You could actually do this where you could do it for reps if you wanted versus time, where you could come back here and you could just go into it as for repetitions. So you could do it 10 to 12 times, rest, come up and do it 10 to 12 times. So you can do it for reps versus for time. But the main part of these exercises is to build endurance in the basic muscles. Build endurance in the muscles that hold posture. And the only way to build endurance in those is to force them to hold a position or contraction for a period of time. So kind of a nicer metric. But you can do it for reps if you want. Actually, a lot of times I'll have clients kind of stand here for a warm up for their shoulders, and I'll have them just do this. Where I'll just have them hold alignment, not against the wall, but have them just kind of work on the motion to help kind of warm the shoulders up a little bit before exercise. You can also do that laying prone on a ball and working it that way. The more prone you get to the ground, the more weight you have to lift against gravity, which would be the arms. So good question. Last one here. This is called a wall lean. This is for the head lean. Now, real quick here, maybe some of you guys know this. I ask my clients this all the time. I'm amazed at how many people don't know this. See if Matt P knows this. They ever stood in a door frame, push your arms as hard as you can against the door frame, and then walk out and see the arms lift?
I love that trick.
Have you done that?
That's a slumber party trick.
So this is the same type of pattern, but for the neck extension. So when you kind of have forward head posture, you actually, when your chest drops, your head comes forward, there's a cervical curve. You actually have the extensors of the lower cervical spine get rounded forward, but the upper cervical extensions get shortened up, because if you walk around like this, you walk around the ground. So your body shortens the upper cervical extensors to keep your eyes on the horizon. So what we want to do is build the strength of the lower cervical extenders to keep that head back in line. So this is how you do this. Feet about a foot away from the wall. You're going to put your head against the wall. If you want, you can put a towel behind your head. You're going to keep the chin slightly depressed, and you're going to bridge off the wall from this position. Now, if you're in about an 8 to 10 foot ceiling height, you'd be looking about 8 feet off the wall. So we're just going to hold this position. And you would hold this for about 30 to 60 seconds. Again, I'm all the way being held by head. It doesn't feel very hard. But what I'm doing is I'm contracting all the muscles down in the lower cervical spine to line my ear back up with my shoulder. And then you'll hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. After that 30 to 60 seconds, what you'll do is you'll just drop yourself back towards the wall, take a step back, get up, and then start to walk. And when you start walking, you should feel a lightness to your head, almost like you have a helium balloon, pulling your head up and back. So it's going to feel like you're walking with extended posture. But what that's doing is just like the door trick, it's firing, those muscles are firing, and now they're trying to pull that joint back in line to take stress off the spine and the weight of the head off the muscles of the neck. Because guys, you got to think of this. All day long we're working against gravity. Gravity works in a straight line. So if our posture is ideal, the weight of the head sits on the shoulders. The shoulders sits on the rib cage. The rib cage is supported by the core muscles that sit on top of the hip that pushes the weight into the floor. As soon your midline or your line of gravity is the front edge of your ankle. So as soon as we fall in front of our midline, then the line of gravity is right here. So the muscles in the neck and the upper back are basically holding on to the weight of your head and shoulders to keep that from happening all day. So it's kind of like walking around holding a dumbbell all day. These muscles are contracting and they're holding you against gravity. And this is why a lot of people always think they hold the stress in their neck. I hold all my stress right here. But you're actually putting the stress there because you're not holding ideal posture. And this could be for many different reasons. A lot of times many people have a desk job and it just puts you in this position. But the goal is to build the posture back in line so all the stress goes into the floor versus in the muscles of the neck and the upper back. So again, that was the wall lean. You'll do that one time. You can do that any time throughout the day. The more times you do it, the more you're going to start to train those muscles to hold that head back in line with the shoulders.
It's good stuff, man.
So far we did the horse stance, vertical and horizontal. We did the floor prone cobra. Those are the two hardest strength-wise. Then we're just building up the endurance and the basic muscles to hold posture. We did the L, W, Y, and I. And then we did the wall lean. So those are the main ones that are going to help build strength to help improve your posture, especially if you're doing the stretches that I taught you on Monday. So let's see on time. We're doing pretty good on time. Hey guys, I'm going to show you one more exercise I show many of my clients. Matt P's going to follow me back to the floor. All right, so not going to get too detailed on this, but the muscles that flex your hip flexion muscles, run off the same nerve complex that controls your lower abs. Now your abdominals are one sheet of muscle, but from the upper abs, from belly button up to belly button down, are two different nerve complexes. And from the belly button down is the same nerve complex that controls the hip flexor. So in many exercises, those muscles are to stabilize the pelvis to give the hip flexors a base to pull the leg from. But if you have weakness in those abs, or your hip flexors are stronger than your abs are stronger than your hip flexors, then your body can't dual signal them to work together. So the goal is to train them together. And this is exercise to help improve that. Now when I work with my clients, I actually will put a blood pressure cuff under their lower back so they can work on a blood pressure reading, which is very, very detailed. But I'm just going to show you how to do it with your hand. So I'm going to lie on the floor, and I'll progress this for you as we go. You're going to take whatever hand is most comfortable on the shoulder and you're going to put it under your belly button. Your belly button sits over the apex of your lumbar spine. You have 5 vertebrae. It sits over L3. So you have L1 and 2 above it, L4 and 5 below it. So you're taking your hand right under your belly button. You're not under your hip bone here. We're not stabilizing the pelvis or under the lower back. This is a pressure reading that you're trying to feel. So again, it doesn't matter which arm. So what you're going to do here, the first part is to see if you can actually just brace by pushing your back out of your hand and then breathing at the same time. If you can't breathe, it means you're overfiring your rectus abdominis, your external muscle of the ab. This should be mostly the transverse abdominis and a little bit of the obliques to keep this pressure, so I can still breathe through my belly while I hold this pressure. So if you can't do this really well, this is where you start. It's called LA1. LA stands for lower abdominis. If you can do that, no problem, then we're going to start with some hip flexor movement. So you're going to start with one leg up, thigh perpendicular to the hip. Now, the more bent the knee is, the easier this is. So the closer the heel touches to the butt and the lower the leg, the less torque in the hip joint. So you figure out where you can start. Maybe start at 90-degree bend. Keep the pressure. When you put the pressure in the hand, don't crunch your ribs down. Try to tuck the pelvis under. Keep that pressure, then inhale as you lower the leg, and then exhale as you lift the leg. Keeping that pressure consistent on your hand. If you're lowering the leg, you're like, man, every time my hip drops in front of the hip, my knee drops in front of my hip joint, and I feel that pressure come out, it's because that hip flexor is pulling your pelvis with the leg, so you're not able to brace against that. So keep that pressure, inhale, and exhale. Can't keep the pressure, bend the knee more. Inhale, and exhale. And then as that gets easier, you'll progress to where you can do it with the leg straight. Inhale, exhale, maintaining that pressure. Now when I'm doing this, I always have one leg on the ground, so this leg is actually helping keep a base for me. So once you can do this with the leg straight for 12 to 20 times, no problem, then bring both legs in the end. Okay, so from here, keeping pressure consistent. Again, either with the knees all the way bent, start here, inhale, exhale. Keep one here, just don't pull the knees in. You're right when you use the hip flexor to pull the knees in to flatten the back out. Keep the thighs perpendicular at the hip. Inhale, exhale. Repeat or alternate. It's easier, you work until you do it all the way to the leg straight. Inhale, exhale. When this becomes easy, then you'll progress to double leg touchdown. So this is, I can do this and talk. So this helps strengthen the abs and hip flexors to become equal so they can work together. Now, again, when that becomes easy, we progress even further to double leg touchdown. So from here, now this one will get hard for me to talk. Inhale, exhale. Gets easier, inhale, exhale. Starting to get hard now. Even here, inhale. Keep it up. If you can, the outside arm up, palm up will help you keep the shoulders in. Inhale, and exhale. Now right there is where I can't breathe anymore, so my outer abs have to work with me. Now, but that doesn't matter. The goal is to train all of them. So if I can and I want to work on strength, if I have to brace, to keep the pressure consistent, I can work on that to build up the strength in all the areas. The goal with most of these exercises is to learn how to control your breath while doing the movement, so you're not holding your breath the whole time. So those are the progressions for that. So on the average, about 10 to 12 reps per leg. Don't progress too fast. Find out what level you can start at, and then just work on that. And over the weeks, you should be able to progress into your double leg touchdown. So that's called an LA. That's an LA1 to an LA3. So LA1 was just the pressure on the ground. LA2 was actually the leg movement. One leg was on the floor. I was working with one leg. LA2B was both legs in the air, alternating legs, and then LA3 was double leg touchdown. So that is an exercise or a corrective movement that helps condition the abs and the hip flexor to work together equally, so it helps with running and jumping and anything dynamic from your feet. And there you go, guys. And those are the corrective stretches that I teach all my clients. When my clients come in, I go through an evaluation process to assess posture, range of motion, function through the core, function through the thoracic spine, and most people are kyphotic, so almost all my clients will work on the horse stance, the cobras, and the wall holds. I get many clients that have dysfunction between the hip flexors and the abs, but they don't always start on LA1. Some of them will start right on LA2B and progress up into the LA3 within a few weeks. But again, you got to find out where your starting point is because you got to see the progression. So guys, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some information, some things to work on for yourself. I mean, it's great to get all these workouts in and to push yourself through workouts, but at the same time, You know, part of fitness is balancing your flexibility and balancing your posture. We're trying to create a well-rounded program here for you guys, and you should do that for yourself as well. If you guys have any questions on those, please let me know. Again, I have this workout written up, so I'll kind of post it on there so you can see kind of repetition scheme and how many reps to do. And if any questions beyond that, you just gotta let us know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. We love doing this for you guys. I hope you're following us through the week. We're going to keep doing this until we can all get through this and get back to normal, because I know we are all dying to get you guys back in this gym to get some kick-ass workouts going. Have a great day.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks, Matt P.